What up, people? It's Nick Ops here, and today I want to talk about one of the most messed up things that I've ever seen in tournament, and this is so unfair. Like, I feel very bad for this player, and you will too after watching this video. So, in case people don't know, in tournaments, there are, like, obviously a lot of players there. A lot of people connect their controllers to the same system, and when people forget to desync those controllers, then it is a very bad thing on the tournament because people could be in the middle of a match and or like about to start a match or be trying to run the tournament smoothly, and then somebody accidentally or on purpose tries to connect the controller to mess up the match, and now you got all these people that are playing for all these stakes and everything on the line, and it just looks very screwed up and unprofessional. Now, back on the PS4, I don't know how they do it on the PS5 now, but back on the PS4, it was the fault of the players for not going to check and seeing who desynced it. Now, I don't know how it works on the PS5 system now because I haven't kept up with that, but I do know for a fact that tournaments were ran for a very long time on the PS4. And side note, I know this is not part of the video, but did y'all know like almost half of the people that are on Sony's network is still using a PS4? Like, that's crazy to me. And people are making fun of them for it, but hey, let them enjoy their relic. But side note. All right, so back to the topic of the video. So at the end of the day, when the controller would disconnect, everybody would always, blame the players because they were like, okay, players, it's your responsibility to make sure the controllers are disconnected. And I think that is fair, but I don't know how it works for PS5 now. I don't know if it is as simple to just go disconnected and do all that stuff when it comes to the PS5. But even then, I kind of feel like everybody's at fault. I feel like it should be a normal thing for the TOs, for everybody to just make sure it's desynced after every match. It needs to be a big deal. And the fact that it isn't a big deal is personally very bad in my opinion, because you get situations like this. Now, in case you don't know who these two people are right here, these are two of the best Tekken players some of the best Tekken players in the world right now. And AK just recently won Combo Breaker. So you got one of the best Tekken players, JDCR, versus somebody who just won Combo Breaker. So this was a very, very anticipated match. Everybody was really hyped to see this. And then the match ended in a lot of controversy, and I'm about to show you what that controversy is right here. So we're going to go ahead and go all the way to the end so we can see the last round right here. So you see, he's getting them. He's getting them in this last round. Now, this is for set point. He's getting, and actually, there you go. See, he's going in right there, and that was one more 50-50 from death. Look at these healths right here. And somebody connected their controller when he was about to win. Now, I don't care what anybody says. Whoever did this on purpose. This is way too obvious. You know when something is so stupid where if somebody goes against it, you feel like they're trying to insult your intelligence. If you're telling me this isn't on purpose, I don't know what's wrong with you. Look at this. He's about to win. He's literally... Now, of course, there's always that very, 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 very small chance that it could have just been an accident. But no, there's no way this was not on purpose. He's about to die right at the moment when he's about to die. Like, that was one more 50-50 from death. That match was his. He, in my opinion, beat the current most recent tournament winner. Like, AK just won a tournament like a week or something ago. And to have this happen to you is just ridiculous. It really is. Now, what they should have done right here, and of course Twitter and everything exploded because of this. Because as it should, this is a big deal. Now, personally, if I was AK, I would just gave them the match. They had to wait a very long time to figure out what they were going to do. But there's always that, wondering that question of could you have come back right there, this, that, and the other. Tekken is not that type of game. Like, if your health is that low, most likely you're gonna lose. I mean, he did have Heat Smash, so still anything is possible. But I'm pretty sure if most of y'all had to bet money, you would bet your money on JD right here. So the fact that they say right here, like, they don't show the whole clip, but they ended up having to wait for a long time to come to a decision. Due to controller disconnect, players replayed the final round. That was not the right decision. And JD, I'm blaming you for this too, because even though it happened to you, you're at fault here. And I'm not talking about the controller issue. I'm not saying that at all, like whatsoever. The point I'm trying to make is he should not have allowed the final round to be played at full from like the whole match. That was too honorable. You are at a tournament. Y'all are competing for stakes. All that honor crap, that goes out the window. It really do. If this was me in this tournament and this happened to me and you telling me I'm about to beat you, the person who just won the most recent tournament, look at this health, y'all. Look at this health value right here. If this was freaking me, we're replaying it. If you're not just going to give me the win, because I know I said, you know, he should have just gave it to him, but that's just what I would have done. Because if you are almost about to win and we got to sit here and wait like 30 minutes, we're holding up the tournament to see what's going to happen, then at the end of the day, you know, like, even though I said that honor stuff go out the window, that's just personally, I feel like it wouldn't be a big deal because it looks like it was going to be over anyway. That's just what, I can't even say what I necessarily would have done. I would have said what I would have picked for that person to do. If I was a TO, I would have been like, it's either y'all play it back at this health value or you can run it back. That's what I would do. But I personally think that it was wrong for this to get replayed. I really do, because look at that health value. So JD, what I'm saying to you is there is no way you should have replayed this whole match from like the final round just over. So, and that's what they decided to do. So the reason I keep bringing that up, they decided to play it over from the final round and AK ends up taking it. Imagine how pissed you would be. You're about to beat the person that just won the most recent tournament, put them in a loser's bracket, and then they get the final round back and they beat you. Now what they did, they set the healths up right here and replayed the whole round. I mean, they set the rounds up and replayed it, and AK just washed them. He just washed them. Right here. Now, if the controller could have, what if it would have disconnected again? Right here. Like, obviously it wasn't going to happen because they made sure, but look at the health values. Wouldn't you have said, well, AK would have just won that? See, that's the thing with Tekken. Tekken is just such an explosive game. Like, 1st to 2 is kind of cutthroat for this game, because this game is very explosive and very, 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 very aggressive. And one of the most aggressive fighting, actually, no, Tekken is the most aggressive fighting game of this new era. It's more aggressive than Guilty Gear, MK1, and Street Fighter. It's like brain dead levels of aggression. And it goes to show that like matches can really go any way, because JD won this. If that controller thing didn't happen, he won this basically. And them replaying the match and him ended up losing was just so unfair. And again, I think this whole situation is messed up. Heck, even if I was AK, I wouldn't have even wanted to win that way. Like, I would feel like my win is tainted now, and I wouldn't feel good about it personally. And he ended up tweeting, JD ended up tweeting like, you know, this hurts and everything. But again, I got to say to you, man, you shouldn't have let this happen to you. Now, if people want to get mad at you saying, oh, well, you should have disconnected the controllers and everything, because that's the main thing people talk about. Like I said, I'm not getting into that because I don't know how people choose to handle that now with the PS5. All I'm saying is you should have let the match be played back from the little health that he had. If I'm like, okay, you want to replay it? We're going to put your health back almost 20 freaking percent, me back at like freaking 80, and we're going to run to the other sides of the screen. Because if people are trying to debate anything I'm saying right now, there is nothing you can tell me where that wouldn't have been okay to do. Because look at this. Look at this health value. Heck, that ain't even 20 dang near. We resetting you back to 10%. We giving me about 80 or 90. We are going same map. We are going full screen. And whoever wins neutral from there again, we can start again. That's more than fair. But making him restart the whole freaking match, like from both of them having all their health, is just not fair. It's not fair. And if I was AK, I would feel bad for this win, because this is like, it wasn't deserved at all. Not even a little bit. Luckily, this wasn't like the final event or anything, because imagine this happening in like the final event. That would have been very terrible. But this is just honestly terrible. And I hope situations like this don't happen anymore, because it just takes away from the prestige of what a tournament's supposed to be. And I would be saying more, but I don't know how it's set up to where how they can check and make sure it's disconnected. In PS5, PS4, it was very easy. I don't know if it's harder on 5. I can imagine it's not that much harder. So TOs, y'all need to get y'all crap together too, because it shouldn't just be all on players. Players got a lot to worry about in the event. And yes, this should be something they do, but it's a TO's job to make sure the tournament is run smoothly. And restarting the final round like that is a fail on the TO, in my opinion as well. But usually when the event is ran by like the official like tournament people, and not like by somebody with a passion for tournaments, like those very few people that run like the bigger tournaments, not the Pro Tour events, usually the tournaments run smoothly. But with these tournaments, the rulings can kind of be unfair sometimes. But I just wanted to give my take on that. Like, let me know what y'all would have done in the comment section below. Like I said, if it was me, if I was you, JD, I would have said, okay, we can replay the match. We can replay it. But we putting you back at 10 and we putting me back at 90. And I don't even have to be in front of you. We're going full screen, and whatever happens, happens. That's what I would have done. Let me know what y'all would have done in the comments below. I hope y'all enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And Nick Ops out.